If you've ever wondered why or how to work your stitches into the back loops only, I'm here to help. Working into the back loops only is a great way to spice up the look of any basic crochet stitch. By working into the back loops only, we can create this stretchiness and these ridges with one simple change. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to focus on the single crochet, but you can work practically any crochet stitch into the back loops only and the same principle applies. What I'm showing you here is a swatch of normal single crochets. When you look at the top of your stitches, you can see that it resembles a chain. So there's two loops and they're all interlocking. So normally when you work a crochet stitch, for this example, we're going to be focused on single crochets, you will insert your hook through both of those loops. So there's the front loop and the back loop, front and back, front and back. For normal stitches, you're inserting your hook through both of those loops. And then for a single crochet, you will yarn over, pull through that stitch that you just inserted your hook in, yarn over, and then pull through the last two loops on the hook. And that is a normal single crochet. To work a single crochet back loop only, the only thing that changes is where you insert your hook. So again, this is the front loop. We are inserting our hook into the back loop, right behind it. That's your back loop right there. And then work your single crochet as normal. So again, inserting your hook into just that back loop, and otherwise working a single crochet as normal. The single crochet itself isn't changing at all, just the amount of loops really that you are inserting your hook into. After you've worked several single crochet back loop onlys, you'll start to see that there is a ridge forming in the front of your work. So right here you can see this ridge forming, and the more rows you work, the more ridges you'll have. It will form ridges on the front and the back. And that's really the magic of the single crochet back loop only. You can also achieve this with other basic stitches, like the half double crochet. Just work it as normal into those back loops, and your ridges will just be a little bit wider. You can also do this with a double crochet or a treble crochet. The taller the stitch, the more space you'll have between the ridges. Back to our single crochets. This is mini rows of single crochet back loop only. So the top part of this swatch is single crochet back loop only, so you can see the ridges. It's kind of stretchy and accordion-like. And then at the bottom are my normal single crochets, so you can really see the difference. Now let's play around with front loop only single crochets. So we're going to insert our hook into that front loop instead of the back loop and see what happens after we work several rows. So after several rows of these single crochet front loop onlys, this is what it looks like. On top is where we worked into the front loops, the middle is the back loops, and the bottom are the normal single crochets. So on top here, you can see that by working into our front loops, we created a line that goes across our fabric, but it's not the pronounced ridges that we got by working into the back loop only, and it doesn't create the stretchy accordion-like fabric that we got with the back loops. I really hope that this brief tutorial helps you better understand working into back loops. If you are interested in a pattern that creates interest by working into back loops only, you can check out my pattern for the Alpine Potholder. It's available on Etsy, Modern Made Shop, and I'll leave the link for that in the description.